Integers and adding with the same sign. Integers are positive and negative natural numbers. It does include 0, and so you can kind of see it like this, where this can go on to -5 to -6 and so on to the left, and then we move to the right, we become less negative and become greater, and this will continue from 5, 6, 7, and so on. Keep in mind this trick. When all the numbers have the same sign, then add up all the numbers together and keep the sign. So let's look at example 1. We have -87 plus -2 plus -12. So what we're doing is we're just going to add up all 3 of these numbers. And I just did it from largest to smallest, but you could do it either way. But the most important part is lining up our place value. So our 1s are together and 10s are together. So 7 plus 2 is 11. So we put a 1 below, carry the 1. 1 plus 8 is 9, plus 1 is 10. So we have 101. But we want to remember, we want to keep the sign that all of them have, which is negative. So we have -101. Now let's look at another example. Example 2. Solve for the following. We have -21 plus -10. So for this one, we're going to go ahead and add up the 2 numbers together. 1 plus 0 is 1. 2 plus 1 is 3. But we keep the sign of the numbers, so it's negative. So we have -31. Now let's look at example 3. We have -1 plus -3 minus 21. So this is the same as saying we have -1 plus -3 plus -21. It can be represented as the same way. They mean the same thing. And so how we can do this is just go by and adding them up. So we have 21, 3, and 1, and we add them together. So 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 1 is 5. Bring down the 2, and we have a negative for each one. So it's -25, and this would be our solution. Now let's look at another example. Example 4. We have -6 minus 3. This is the same as saying -6 plus -3. How we do this is go 6 plus 3, which is 9, but it's negative. So it's -9. And if you want to think about it in a different way, if we had a number line, and this is 0, and this is -1, so what happens is we start out at -6. So here, and then we're going to go ahead and go -3. Or we're adding -3. So that means we're moving to the left. So we go 1, 2, 3, because we went over 3 units, and we end up at -9.